Hi, I'm Lyndsey Diggs, and I'm a senior pitcher from the Dayton area, majoring in electronic media and sport management and minoring in psychology. The reason I chose to come to UD was a blend between the athletics and the academics. It's a really strong academic school, and it also allows you to really connect with your faith too, and that's really what I wanted. Faith is important to me, and I felt like it allowed me to integrate all of those concepts. So my faith, athletics, and strong academics. I think it's our coaching staff and the girls that they recruit too. A lot of times you'll find programs, I can attest to this having transferred into the program, when there's a focus on just being an athlete. Here, that's not the case at all. We're holistic. Like, we're allowed to be in other clubs, be in other activities. We're encouraged to have other friends outside the softball team, and we're encouraged to grow holistically as people, not just as athletes or student athletes. But they really do a really good job at fostering our growth in every arena. So I really appreciate that, and I think that that's something you won't find many other places you go. It's funny because at the beginning of the year, the coaches asked us to define heck words, adjectives, to describe what we wanted to be through our season, and not necessarily at the beginning, but at the peak. What were things that we wanted other people to say, and for us as individuals to be able to describe the team as. So some of the stuff that we came up with was relentless, resilient, determined, committed, champions, that sort of stuff. And I think that all of us have kind of adopted that persona, that attitude, and we're acting like that. So we're exhibiting hard work. Like, I think this year is the hardest since I've been here that we've ever worked, and that's on and off the field. Everyone's getting their stuff done in the classroom. We're working so hard in the weight room. In individual workouts, we're working hard. And I think it proved that too, because in the fall we had our first undefeated season, and everybody contributed, everybody's working hard. And so I think that relentless attitude, that wanting to be a champion, that desire to be great is kind of what's starting to define us as a team this year.
Lyndsey Diggs, another senior returning to the circle. When I think of Lyndsey, I think of inspiration. She has been exceptionally inspirational to me, and I think to the rest of her team. She has persevered through a lot of different injuries, a lot of different challenges, trying to stay healthy throughout her career, which has really been a big focus and goal for her this year. She's really embraced how she's going to be successful this year and how she's going to attribute to that as a mid-reliever coming in, shutting people down, which again attests to her leadership skills, because she's extremely vocal out there. And something that comes to mind when you watch her is just, she's like a Terminator. She's out there, she's very opposing as a pitcher.
Lyndsey is awesome. She's a great person to be around on and off the field. She's one of my closest friends, and we've really got to know each other over these last 3 years, and she's a great leader. She's come through a lot of adversity as well, and she really strives to be better, a better person every day.
Lyndsey Diggs is not like anyone else I've met before, played with before. She has the most presence out of anyone that I know when she's out on the field. Lyndsey is also a great leader for us. She's gone through a lot and has faced a lot of adversity, but she's a quiet leader where she is working really hard to work through all the things that all the injuries that she has, and a lot of us can look up to her and identify with her with all the struggles that she's had.
As a senior, I think the biggest thing for me is to go out with a legacy. Like, what do you want to be remembered as? So every time I play, my focus is going to be playing for the team. So playing so that they have something to remember me by. It's a big responsibility. It's a great privilege, but it's a big responsibility. Being a Flyer means that at all times you're held to a high standard, whether it's in the classroom, whether you're out in the community serving others, whether you're trying to get good grades, taking a test, just walking around campus. People look at you as an example. You're a big representation of this campus, specifically as a Flyer athlete. And I think that it's a great honor, but it's also a great responsibility, and it's something that has to be taken really seriously. But to be able to compete with a Flyer uniform on is something that a lot of people obviously can't say that they have done or will be able to do. So it's definitely a responsibility, but it's one of the greatest privileges I think any of us will ever have in our lives.